Hold on, Browns fans. You didn't win the Super Bowl just yet. What's crack-a-lack? It's your boy Broshmo, just in case you did not know so. And today we're talking about the Cleveland Browns. Have they finally ascended? Are they no longer the garbage, the trash, the discarded waste of the NFL? Has this goose laid the golden egg? Is Cinderella finally going to the ball? Well, let's discuss. But before that, give me a thumbs up if you enjoy the content, and be sure to hit that subscription button because it's much appreciated. It helps the channel grow, and yeah, I want to grow up to be a big strong boy. I don't know why I said that. Speaking of big strong boys, Nick Chubb, man. Ooh, what a year he had. What a year. Fell just short of 1,000, but that's because they decided not to stick with him, or not so much not stick with him, but give him the full workload until almost halfway through the year. So now he is the starter, and they pair him with Kareem Hunt after 8 games, of course, which is dangerous. Technically, Duke Johnson's still in town, so we'll see. Yeah, we'll see with that, man, but I don't know. That is a scary backfield right now there in Cleveland. And just don't stop there. I mean, on top of Baker Mayfield just being a stud, he's gonna be a great quarterback. You're pairing him with Odell. You got Odell. Oh, how'd you do that? How'd you do that, Mr. Dorsey? Jarvis Landry, now he can operate in the slot where that's his ideal role. He flourishes, he enjoys the slot. Antonio Callaway provides a good vertical threat on the outside. They could opt for Rashard Higgins. So got a little depth there at receiver. David Njoku provides a good pass catching option there at tight end. But the Achilles heel of this offense is going to be the tackle spots, because on the inside, Austin Corbett, he's second year. This is his first year starting. He played a little bit in the rotation last year. J.C. Treader is a average starter, and then Joel Bitonio is he's been so solid for the Browns. But Greg Robinson, you're relying on this first round bust to protect Baker Mayfield. He has played better over the years, but to say he's an average starter, that's a stretch. Chris Hubbard will fill out your other tackle spot. Nothing impressive here at the tackle position, but I guess you got to be weak somewhere on offense. Am I right, Cleveland? This offense should do phenomenal. There's not much depth there on the offensive line, but they should be okay. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at this defense, because that defensive line's terrifying. Myles Garrett, one of the up-and-coming edge rushers in the league. Olivier Vernon, a good veteran. Sheldon Richardson, another good veteran. And Larry Ogunjobi, solid, man. He's been real solid. They have a little depth there on line. Anthony Zettel, Brian Price, Trayvon Collie. Who else we got here? And then they could also, this is what I like, because I put Jannard Avery at linebacker, because he's kind of in that Lorenzo Alexander role in Buffalo. He could come in and play on the line because he's a disgusting pass rusher. He's basically what the Browns thought they were getting with Jamie Collins. But this is exactly what they wanted, exactly what they needed. So that's why I opted to put him up here outside of he's going to see more snaps than probably the rotation you're going to have at nickel. And we'll get to that in a minute. Joe Schubert's been solid in the middle, but I think they got their heir apparent in Mac Wilson. Maybe, we'll see. He's more I wasn't high on Mac Wilson in coming out in 2019 because he was more of a highlight reel linebacker, if that makes sense. I thought he has a ton of missed tackles. He could get a little better in coverage. He's good in coverage, but can stand to get a little better. People just look at that highlight reel and they think we got a stud here. But he's very talented. I think ideally Christian Kirksey is unseated by who they drafted. What a name. Tiki or Taki I should say. That's a sick name. But he provides, he's a good coverage linebacker. You're seeing this in the draft. Teams are opting to draft these guys a linebacker that can cover. Because if you can't cover, then you're coming off the field. You need a nice mix between the two. That's why you see a lot of safeties, either more so safeties that convert to corner. They're more so converted to the linebacker position, or even they'll come down like Malcolm Jenkins or Derwin James. They come out and play like the nickel or dime linebacker. But guys that are being converted to play linebacker from safety, like Deion Buchanan a few years ago. They tried the same thing in San Fran with Jamie Ward. Didn't really do much. They tried putting Jamie Ward all over the field in San Fran. Now he's got a broken collarbone, man. Healthy recovery, my man. But honestly, this is a good looking front seven. And the secondary is no slouch either with Greedy Williams and Denzel Ward. TJ Carey is going to probably be the nickel, but I can see a little competition there for that role. It's not a sure thing. I like Donnie Lewis coming out of Tulane. He could see some snaps there. And then we go ahead and you could say the same thing about Eric Murray, but I think they're going to play him more at safety. So I ain't worried about that. Let's go ahead. I mean, look at this is safeties. I'm surprised they didn't address safeties or get a safety in the draft. I mean, they did, but Sheldrick Redwine out of Miami. I don't know if he's going to unseat Morgan Burnett, who played he didn't play well last year, but he played out of position. The Steelers didn't really use him to his strengths. So I kind of consider that a wash here in Pittsburgh. And then Randall's been a solid contributor back when he was with Green Bay. Solid contributor here in Cleveland last year. So the defense looks pretty good. This team will compete. So let's take a look at the schedule. Now, home games consist of much needed home game too against the Rams, Seahawks, and the Titans. That makes it competitive right there, because getting those teams at home, that's a plus. And away games, you got New England, but outside of that, you got teams that are basically trying to essentially rebuild. The 49ers, they're basically coming right out of a rebuild. I mean, Garoppolo was just hurt last year, so last year was kind of a wash for the Niners. The Cardinals are in the midst of a rebuild right at the beginning. The Jets and the Broncos, don't play me. The Broncos are rebuilding. Joe Flacco, capable starter, not gonna do much. That's just my opinion. But you got Sam Darnold too. Again, a team in the middle of the rebuild. So a very good looking schedule, because I think this Browns team, might struggle for a few weeks until they get things figured out. I don't think they'll be just coming out guns blazing. With that being said, I think they're going to, I predict them to go 10-6. They have some difficult home games, but they're very winnable. And it's a very good team on paper. It is a very good team on paper. I can't see this team not making the playoffs. The drought's over. You hear that? Cleveland, the drought is over. You are thirsty no more. Here comes the rain. I don't know about a Super Bowl ring, but we'll see. But that's been it for the video. Again, do the YouTube stuff. Much appreciated. But until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.